Knowledge is like water. It is everywhere. 71% of our planet is covered in water. You have water in the oceans in a liquid form. You have water that's solid, like in the Arctic glaciers. And in even the desert, there's also water in the air with water vapors. So if you can find water anywhere in the world, you can also find knowledge. There are two types of people. These types of people, rocks and sponges. And they're everywhere. Knowledge, as I said, is like water. It is also everywhere. And knowledge gets poured out in all manners of life. And anywhere you go, you can find it. The question is, are you looking for it? With knowledge here in this form, the men and women that I worked with, some of them were like rocks. Now, if you look at this rock, it's been around for years. It's like some of the men and women that you probably work with at your company. They've been there for a very, very, very long time. But you see, the companies are built on rocks. They're the foundation. They're the ones who went to school. They got their bachelors, they got their PhDs, they got their doctorates. This is what the company is built upon. These are the foundation of the company that you work for. Rocks. Strong, sturdy, they're not going anywhere. They're lifers. Rocks. They've acquired knowledge over time, and they've soaked it up. They've sat in different meetings, they've been to conferences and events, and they sit there. And they sit there. But the problem is, even though they've got all this knowledge, they don't really have much to give. You know, they have all this wisdom, but it's like, have you ever heard squeezing blood out of a stone? This is not much. They have the knowledge, but they're not giving you anything. Not anything. But they're important. Just not helpful. And then I found out that there are sponges. Sponges are nice. Sponges are awesome. See, because with sponges, they also have been around for a long time. Soaking up knowledge, soaking up information, soaking up wisdom. But with them, what they're able to do is they're able to squeeze out knowledge. They're able to give you something. Information that is profitable. Help you grow, help you learn, help you understand the way the business works. And they're not afraid to continuously give knowledge. Here's the beautiful thing about them. It's not only they give it to you, John, but then they see Sunil and they're willing to give to Sunil as well. They have given knowledge to two individuals. Two people who, in fact, can also pass knowledge to somebody else. Michael, somebody else. Johnson. Now, I know what you're saying. You're saying about Clem. They're all out of knowledge. No. Because they can always go back to the source. And that source is always willing to give. And they continue to give. And there's nothing that they're not willing to give to you at any point in time. And the beautiful thing is these people here, they're not what your company is built on. If you've noticed, this is how your company grows. There's two people who've acquired knowledge. There's two more people who've acquired knowledge. This is how society is supposed to operate. This is how your life is supposed to operate. This is how you are supposed to. When you go out to your conferences and you listen to podcasts and you read books and manuals and you get to meet people, it's because knowledge is everywhere. Your responsibility is not to hold on to it to yourself. It doesn't do the world any good. It doesn't do society any good. You need to be the sponge that absorbs information so that you can give, so that you can help society grow. My challenge to you is, what are you? Are you a rock foundation? You're strong, and that's great, but you have nothing to give to anybody. See, sponges leave legacies. Sponges is what schools are named after, streets, neighborhoods, because they've done something to impact the world. My challenge to you, fellow Toastmasters, is to be a sponge. Absorb information and always give back.